Hey everybody, Jonathan Mayer here, and I'm back with another pro wrestling crate unboxing. Maybe it's been a little while since you've seen me because we haven't done one of these for 2 months. Pro Wrestling Tees has switched this over where it's an every other month format now, so we're only getting 6 of them as opposed to 12 of them a year. We do still have the All Elite crates though that we're getting quarterly. Those are sprinkled in as well. But this is our crate for May, and as referenced today is May 24th, 2024. Let's take a look at what we expect in this crate. You know, it's the same type of stuff that we've always gotten, except that now we're getting 2 micro brawlers instead of 1. So this crate is called the Tag Team Edition Part 6, and this is what's going to make up that crate. They used to give us specific wrestlers. These last couple times, they've kind of given us more generalities. So we know that we're going to have 8 of the best tag teams of the 80s, 90s, and today. We're going to get a double autographed 8x10, so like both members of the tag team on the 8x10. And we're going to get an all-star edition set of micro brawlers. So we know there was another company that put out kind of knockoff micro brawlers. They were called pint size all-stars. So there's been several remade, kind of called the all-star edition. I think maybe we're going to get the Rock and Roll Express there. But so that's what we know of this crate. We're going to get 2 t-shirts. We're going to get those 2 micro brawlers. We're going to get a signed 8x10. We know we're going to get those things. And then there's always some other stuff thrown in as well. If this is the first one of my videos you've ever watched, thank you so much for finding me. I'd love if you subscribe to my channel, throw a like on this video, throw a comment on this video, and go watch somebody else's videos as well. You know, we're all doing this because we love wrestling. So let's cut into this crate here and see what we've got without further ado. Now, usually I pre-cut these crates, but I didn't this time. So let's see how it slices here. It gives me a little resistance, a little more than normal. I didn't cut myself. Okay, let's see what we got. Okay, first thing we've got is the card. One side's gonna give the contents of the box, so we don't wanna look at that. We're gonna kind of be surprised as we pull these things out. But the other is gonna tell us what we're gonna get next time, so we'll look over all that stuff at the end. Okay, first things first, I see a black shirt on top here. And again, we know these are all tag teams, but we don't know what we're gonna get. It kind of looks like the Heart Foundation from looking at the front of it. Now this is unique. We haven't really gotten any shirts like this before, I don't think, where we just have a chest logo on the front there. But then the back, we have a big logo on the back. Heart Foundation. So I love that. I mean, you can't go wrong with the Heart Foundation. I got Owen Hart up there on the wall and lots of Heart Foundation stuff around here. I think this will be a very popular shirt. People will like it. Next up, we're gonna go straight to the next shirt because it's here. It is navy blue, so not black. I can tell on the top, it says Out of This World Wrestling. Okay, we've gotten several shirts from these guys, but they're not bad. They're never bad. We have FTR. So they're a tag team of today, it said, 80s, 90s, and today. So we have FTR there, Living Legends, kind of another take on a similar design that maybe we've seen before. That's cool, I like that. Okay, I see the micro brawlers, so let's take a look. I believe I was correct on who we were gonna get. These are awesome looking, a lot better than those other ones. We have Robert Gibson and Ricky Morton, the Rock and Roll Express. Very toyetic there. Super cool. I've seen these guys are still wrestling today. I'll pull these out of the package at the end. I've seen a couple people the last day or two say they need to get the crate brawlers, but I wasn't spoiled on any of this stuff. But those are awesome looking. I love the colors on those. So we'll take a look at those when we circle back around. Next up, we've got a pin here. Again, these are all tag teams. So this would be a tag team of today. We've got the Young Bucks. Kind of wearing similar to what maybe they wear today with their suits on and stuff. Some bats there. I'll throw that up on one of my pin boards here. And that's a cool one. You know, I've got a couple Young Buck ones already, but it would make sense that they're going to be in a tag team edition crate. Next up, we have a pair of socks. We've gotten several of these before. I might open these up when we circle back around. I don't always do that. We have Tag Team Edition, and you can tell right there that says Nasty Boys. Some blonde hair, that must be Brian Knobbs. And Sags is the other one, I'm sure. Those are cool. These socks don't always fit the best, but I've given a few away to friends and things. Nice throw-in item. Okay, a few more things in here. Next up we have, now I've been fooled before. Sometimes these look like flags. Sometimes these are pillowcases. One time this was a pillowcase. Most of the time it's a flag. So we're gonna look at that when we circle back around, but I can just tell that that's Hardy Boys. Okay. I think we have two more things in here. We have a poster next. We've gone to this kind of new style of poster. Oh, I like that. We have Eddie Guerrero, Chavo Guerrero, Los Guerreros, sitting in a lowrider there. It's kind of hard to see. It's like it's a kind of a drawing of them, but very realistic. Photorealistic, if you will. That's cool. I like that. We'll look at that again when we circle back around. I do have a big garage that I put these posters in. I have a few of them in the house here too. I'm starting to run out of room, but we'll find somewhere for that for sure. Even if something has to get bumped, for the Guerreros. Okay, last but not least, we have our 8x10 here. In all my other videos, I say, well, you go through that list and maybe you can figure out who this is, process of elimination. But they didn't tell us any tag teams on the list. But they did tell us that it was going to be a double autographed 8x10. So we do know that. Let's see who we got here. Okay, we've got Chuck Taylor and Trent Beretta. Chuck, I think, might be done wrestling now. I think he's hurt. I'm not sure what the deal is. And then Trent's going through that feud right now with Orange Cassidy. They've got a match, it's just a straight up wrestling match on the pay-per-view this week. So that's everything from the crate. I think this was a fun crate. I liked one shirt better than the others, and then the other, and I loved the micro brawlers. And we're gonna see something about that flag, or maybe it's a pillowcase, we don't know. So let's circle back around here. We have our best friends, Chuck and Trent autograph. We're gonna go straight to this maybe flag and see what it is. Yeah, it's definitely a flag, which I would prefer over a pillowcase. It's the Hardys. That is awesome. With Jeff and Matt on it there. One of my dear friends is a big Hardy Boys fan. And they may try to fight me to get this, but I don't know. I think I'm going to put this up in the garage. So that's cool. We have our pin here. I don't need to open this up, but it's the Young Bucks pin. We have our socks. I will go ahead and crack these open here. I think we can get them open pretty quick. All right, we've got Nasty Boy Sags and Nasty Boy Knobbs. Those are cool looking. I always love the Nasty Boys gear there with like kind of the splatter paint. That's cool. All right, let's go to our poster. We had our Los Guerreros poster with Eddie and Chavo there. Chavo's looking pretty jacked. We'll save those micro brawlers for last because I'm gonna open them up. So we have our shirts. Again, these were everything was tag teams. We have a tag team of today. We have FTR. Kind of a washed out logo a little bit. Looks like a space theme in the background, but it's supposed to look that way. Really soft. These shirts are always very soft. And then this shirt, which is unique in the fact that it has a front and a back print, we have the Heart Foundation. That's very cool. Okay, let's look at these micro brawlers. If you've watched any of my videos before, you probably heard me say this. This is resealable packaging. So you can take it out of the package, display it, but then put it back in and it really looks like it was never opened. If you're gonna sell it to somebody and say it was never opened though, come on. Hopefully you never actually opened it. But this is nice for all of us that we want to display it different ways. So if you just kind of pop it back right here, you can pull that card right out. We can thank the Major Wrestling Figure Podcast guys for kind of bringing this packaging around. They've got it with their big rubber guys and their major bendies. Okay. So here with Robert Gibson, his shirt says, "I want you for the Rock and Roll Express." And that's what he looks like there. That's cool. Next up, we have Ricky Morton. Same way here with the packaging. We have a collectible card on the back. You can cut that out. Trade it with your friends. Do something. Make a coaster out of it like I've done with several. He's got the same shirt on here. Man, that looks just like him. Put him in Micro Brawler form, and that's Ricky Morton right there. So very cool. Let's take a look at our table of contents here, see what things are called. I hang on to all these things. You'll see a lot of people selling them though. So if you want to look up some of this stuff, these are the names that you might find them under. That Heart Foundation double-sided shirt is called Forever. The FTR shirt is called Best in the Universe. We have our Ricky Morton Micro Brawler, Robert Gibson Micro Brawler. There's 250 chase versions of each one of those, so the color is going to be a little bit different. There's less of them, so they're more desirable. We have our now it says Young Bucks money pin, which we have gotten a Young Bucks money pin before. It does say with a chase, but I don't think that was the money pin that we got. It was just them standing with bats, so that might be a misprint. The last is what they call the best friends picture because it's the last time they were together, maybe. The Nasty Boys socks, the Hardys 3x2 flag, Los Guerreros folded poster, and then they're giving us a code for 20% off our next order. So July's crate, they're going to tell us what to expect there. So it's not next month, but 2 months from now. They refer to that as bi-monthly, which is a confusing term because sometimes that means 2 times in a month. Sometimes it means every other month. So I'm just going to say every other month. In July, we're going to get something from John Moxley, Mick Foley, Penta L0M, and 5 more amazing wrestlers. So they did not telling us much there, but these are always fun. So if you're not subscribed to my channel already, please subscribe to it. You'll see me next time. You'll see our next All Elite crate when we get that in a couple months. Go watch some other wrestling. Peace.